Welcome back to the channel. My name's Glenn Holmes, boxing fitness coach and educator here in Los Angeles. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, then you're going to get notified of the new videos coming out each week. With this channel, my goal is to give you as much knowledge and information and experience as I can to help you with your boxing coaching, your boxing fitness training, your boxing technique, your mittwork technique, all of that. So have a dig through the channel, hopefully get a ton of value out of it and you'll learn something along the way. This is episode 4 of A Day in the Gym Life. This is the feature on the channel where you get to see my own personal workouts. Today's going to be a boxing workout, footwork drills, shadow boxing and heavy bag. And I'm going to give you something specific to work on each round so you get to see how I do it, and then hopefully you can go plug that straight into your own workouts or your own personal training sessions. So yeah, we're going to get warmed up. See me go through my warm up. We're going to do some hanging grip strength today, really big on grip strength, great before you start punching stuff. Then we're going to do a little bit of abs after we've got the heart rate up. We're going to do some jump rope to get the heart rate up, usual warm up stuff. Bit of abs after that. So we're going to do 4 exercises on the abs, 30 seconds on each one. So bicycle crunch, a couple of plank variations, get some rotation in there. So after we've done the abs, I'm going to go over some boxing footwork drills, hopefully give you some boxing footwork stuff you can work on. Then we're going to get into some shadow boxing with a different theme each round. After the shadow boxing, we're going to hit the heavy bag for a few rounds as well. So let's go and get it done. The thing with today, right, in LA it's always sunny and today's cloudy, and when it's cloudy it drags my energy right down. I don't know why. So, yeah, it's just been really sluggish. So I had a little coffee before I got here to try and kick things into gear. But this workout today, I feel like I'm going to drag and it's going to be a tough one because my body's feeling kind of heavy and my energy's down. But you know what it's like, once we get the nervous system primed and we get the warm up done, your body just shakes that off real quick. So we'll see how we feel when we get going, but I'm going to get changed and then we'll get to it.
When did you first start boxing?
First started boxing right when I moved out to LA from England, 2006 or 7, 2007. Watched, was a lifelong fan of the sport growing up, just watched every fight as a kid in England, but never actually bothered to go and do it. And then when I got to LA and I got settled and I was like, right, kind of piecing out what I'm going to do for workouts and stuff. And I was just running and going to the gym doing generic stuff. And then the Hatton Mayweather fight, I was just obsessed. I was like, this is unbelievable. I watched all the build up to that, got really into it. Was like desperate for Ricky Hatton to beat Mayweather. That fight, I was like, that's what I want to do. I've got to go to the gym and start doing this. So I did. So I was like, well, I think that was like 2007. So it's nearly 20 years ago. And did a pad work session in Gold's Gym in Torrance, California, where I was living at the time. And the first session I did was with UFC fighter Carla Esparza, and she just started doing MMA at that time. And she was doing personal training sessions, doing pad work, and we were both really young. And she put me through a pad work session, and I was just like, this is what I want to do. I was just blown away. She like humbled me, and I thought I was in shape. Did a few rounds of pads and some heavy bag, and I was just sore for days. But it was like, boom, I've got to do this. So I just went all in, just never stopped. And then it just, one thing led to another. I started training every single day, going down to the gym, meeting friends. We'd hold pads for each other. Then I wanted to start sparring. Then I wanted to start competing. I had some amateur fights. And then right when I was in the thick of that, so probably 4 or 5 years into boxing at that point, then started getting into the coaching side.
When did you start coaching?
Yeah, so then like the amateur stuff, I was like, I wanted to like have a bunch of amateur fights and keep that going. And it was actually Tony Jeffries that I met up with. He moved out here from England, and he's like encouraged me to get the pads on and start helping him out with some group boxing fitness classes in Santa Monica. I was like, that's a good idea. And then once I started doing that, I realized like I think I'm a lot better at like actually showing people what to do and teaching the little bit of knowledge that I had than, you know, trying to compete or, you know, be an amateur or a professional boxer. So that kind of took over. Then we started the Box and Burn gym together, and then from there it's just like I just realized that was going to be my career. I just realized I was like all right at it and people liked it. And then, you know, fast forward, been coaching now, started in 2010, 2011, so yeah, 15 years of coaching and doing it. And the thing that I love about boxing fitness coaching, I love sharing knowledge and helping people, but I also love the creativity of Mittwork. So putting combos together and patterns and building workouts and, helping people's workouts be different or more creative or challenging. Like everything that's involved with it, I absolutely love it. Hopefully that shines on the channel, but yeah, now I just love sharing it as well. So I've just got to the point now where I love that feeling of everything that I've learned and seen work in my career, getting it out there for everyone else to use and hopefully benefit from as well. So anyway, there's a little background on me. Let's get on with this workout. So we're going to do 5 minutes of boxing footwork drills. Got the resistance band as well, just to kind of get that little bit of snap and resistance to the punches. I always like doing this as part of the round or two of shadow boxing or the footwork drills, because it just encourages that kind of snap back here, right? It's just a little bit speedier and snappier with the punches and brings the hands back to the chin for you a little bit. So a little bit of extra resistance on the punches, but I'm just going to go through some pretty basic intermediate footwork drills. If you want a whole 20-minute video just on boxing footwork drills, it's on the channel, you can check that out, and I go into depth on how I actually coach it as well. But for this, we're just kind of prepping the boxing brain, because we're going to do some shadow boxing and heavy bag after this. So I just want to kind of get my body into boxing mode a little bit. So we're going to start real simple and basic, 5 minutes on the clock, and we're just going to go through a few different drills and repeat each one a couple of times. So first one, we're not even going to throw any punches. Hands are just going to be up. I'm going to demonstrate it in a southpaw stance because I'm a southpaw. So front foot in the ladder, back foot outside the ladder. Hands up, chin down. So get into your boxing stance. Nice loose knees like we're on a surfboard or a skateboard. Hands are up. So nothing loose or passive here. Everything as if you're going to be switched on boxing. So first one, just stepping down with that front foot, staying off the heels, pushing off the back foot just a little bit, and just kind of introducing that stance, right? Just one step at a time, hands are up, just kind of feeling the feet, not looking down at the floor, keeping the eyes up, and then coming back down, back foot leads. So just real basic beginner stuff, but just getting my legs moving, switching the boxing footwork on. Second time through, once we've done a full lap, then we're going to introduce the jab. So just jab, jab, step, front hand, front foot, keeping the backhand high. As the foot lands, the jab lands. Right, now I'm thinking about pushing off that back foot just a little bit to kind of spring into the shot, and that helps just kind of snap that jab a little bit more. Right, boom, there. If I'm like, watch the difference. If I kind of step without that kind of dynamic push off the back foot, it doesn't create that like speed and snap that we want. So it's going to be a little bit more like this, right? If I feel that back foot and push and spring into that step, my feet are going to be quicker, right? Because they're a bit more dynamic and snappy. So that's going to encourage that jab to be the same, right? Because we're trying to sink it. So anytime you're practicing that, unless you're really breaking things down, that little spring off the back foot just might give you a little bit more snap in your jab step. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do it laterally. So same stance. I've got one of these rungs on the ladder going right between my feet. Now I'm just stepping across, step across with the jab. Boom. Keeping the backhand nice and high, fully extending. And I'm just trying to think about if someone was trying to get across me right here, I'm just trying to cut them off with that jab and close the space. So I'm still punching and stepping at the same time. Coming back down to the power side, I'm going to step first, hands up, step across with my back foot first. As soon as the front foot lands, I'm going to bring that cross into play. All right, so step across, boom. And now I'm just thinking about turning the shoulder, hip and foot all as one unit. Hands are up, side step, boom, all the way out. Side step, set the feet, turn and back. Side step, whip it through, boom. So now we've got the cross going. So we've introduced the jab, we've introduced the cross. we've gone forwards and backwards, and now we've gone side to side lateral. So now we can start to pick it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now, I get a little bit more dynamic, get on the balls of the feet. I'm going to start outside the ladder. I'm going to come in and out, no punches again, just feel the feet going across. Push off in, push off out, right? It's a pretty wide ladder, a little bit wider than you would want for a boxing footwork, but so what I'm going to do is probably do 4 or 5 in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, just to kind of feel that rhythm. Then we can introduce the jab. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, done. So the key with this one thing to avoid with this dynamic footwork one is this, jumping in and then just not moving that back foot and letting the feet come together like this. See that a lot. Also, not getting the head in and out of range. So when I come in, I want to be in range to punch, but when I get out, I don't want to leave my head stuck in that range, right? So you got to make sure you're getting in and then away from the ladder, in and then away from the ladder. So there's a couple of things to think about when you're doing that one. All right, another minute or so on this. A couple more. Now I'm going to do a bit of attacking with a double jab, pulling back with the back foot, and then some power punches. We're going to bring in the hook now. So I'm going to step in with a double jab. So step, step. As soon as I've landed that double jab, I'm on balance, loose knees. I can feel my quads and my feet. Step back with the back foot, and then I'm going to throw a cross hook. Right. So now I've got the lead hook in there. So 2 jabs forward, pull back, cross hook. 2 jabs forward, step back, cross hook. If we translated that to the not the ladder, and we're just moving around, boom, boom, out, boom, boom, right? But because we've got the ladder, it allows us to break things down and just think about our technique a little bit more. So boom, boom, back foot first coming back, cross, hook. With the cross, I've shifted a bit of weight through to that front leg, about 60-40 shift. As I throw the hook, bang, elbow up. Now I'm back on that back leg, about 60% of the back leg. That weight transfer in the legs, we can think about that stuff because we're slowing things down because we're still early in the session. One more on this, so jab, jab, pull back, cross hook. So there's a few footwork drills you can try at the start of your boxing sessions. Quick recap, we did feet only, just forward and back. Then we did feet forward and back, and then we did jab step, coming down. Then we did jab step going laterally. Then we came back to the power side, introduced the cross. From there we got dynamic, we got bouncy on the toes, we started introducing that jab, and then finally we did a double jab, step out, cross hook, right? So just some basic stuff, nothing too complex, but 3-4 minutes on that. With the resistance band, your heart rate will be up, have a little sweat on, and now ready to get a little bit more dynamic and snappy with the shadow boxing. All right, so round 1, we can only throw the jab, right? So I'm gonna use the ring, I'm gonna move around, hands are up. I'm just gonna start steady, just to kind of feel the technique, extend the arm all the way back to the chin, thinking about moving my feet. Imagine someone in front of me, picture your target for the jab, turn the fist over, come right back, couple of steps either side, practice going to your power side, practice coming to your front side, pivoting out, moving around. So we got 2 minutes on this jab, so we can try and think of all the different variations of the jab over that 2 minutes. So now we can start doubling it up, boom, boom. Double jab coming backwards, back foot, front hand, right? Double jab and angle off to your front side, double jab and angle off to the power side. Hands up the whole time, and then we can start bringing in some defense. So jab and then slip the counter jab, or we can throw the jab and then parry the counter jab. Jab and then slip in. Jab, lean back. Jab, step back and hop back in. Double jab, boom, boom. Double jab and press forward, boom, boom. Pushing off that back foot like we just did on the ladder. We can go jab to the body, drop the hips and drive that jab nice and sharp, boom, and get out. Get in and get out. We can go jab to the head, jab to the body, boom, boom. We can go jab to the body, jab to the head, boom, boom. Triple jab. Use that front foot on the triple jab. So 3 quick, short jabs to kind of keep that distance and range. Touch, touch, touch. Get out again. Touch, touch, touch. Get out again. So I'm starting to feel that lead shoulder fire up. Heart rate's up a little bit, moving around. I'm just going to try and freestyle for this last 30 seconds. Try and put it all together. Boom. And try and really snap that jab now without loading it up. Just out of nowhere. Boom. Just flick it out. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Mixing up the tempos as well. So sometimes the double jab might be boom, boom, right? Next time it might be boom, boom, right? Always good to try and think about your tempos as well. Boom, boom. There's the round 1 done. So 30-second rest, just get the heart rate down. That's it. 2 minutes just on the jab. So round 2 coming up. Round 2, 3 punch combinations, footwork after each combination. This is where you can start to bring in some creativity a little bit. Still going to try and use the whole ring. So any 3 punches I want now. So I'm going to start off, just come off that round with a jab, double jab cross, move around, footwork and defense after each one, right? That's always the key. So I'm going to throw the 3 punch combo, try and throw a different combo each time. And then as soon as I finish the combo, footwork, head movement, any form of defense you want, cross, hook, cross, roll under, get out. Jab, hook, cross, get out. Move around a little bit, picture somebody in front of you, practice your footwork a little bit. Jab to the head, jab to the body, rear uppercut. That rear uppercut would make sense off that jab to the body because we're in nice and close right here, right? We're in that danger range, so whip that uppercut in, hands tight, and then you can just pivot off or get back out with the feet. Let's do it again. Back out. Head movement, gloves, feet for defense, always thinking. 1-2 lead hook, real simple and basic. Boom, boom, boom. Just working on technique, hands are up. Breathing, chins down, long, long, short. Shift the weight in the legs on the hook. Boom, boom, boom. Hands are up. I'm gonna add a slip off that hook. So jab, cross, hook, and I'm just gonna slip that straight punch coming in. Moving around. Moving around. Uppercut, lead hook, straight cross. Someone's coming at me, boom, 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 and then spin off. Someone's coming at me, uppercut, hook, cross, spin off. Last 30 seconds, a couple more of those. Visualize, boom, 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 get out. All right, I'm gonna try and mix up the combos now. Body, head, cross. Feet for defense. Head, body, uppercut, get out. Triple jab, bap, bap, bap. Hook, cross, hook, boom, boom, boom. Head movement after. Again, hook, cross, hook. Head movement and feet. And time. All right, 2 in the bag. There's round 2 done. 3 punch combinations, footwork and defense. If you have any questions on these techniques, combinations, anything at all that's coming to you while you're watching this, throw it in the comments, I'll get back to you. So, round 3 coming up. 10 seconds, and we're back on. Final round of shadow boxing. We're just doing 3 rounds today, and then we're gonna do exactly the same on the heavy bag. We're starting with a double jab, and then we're gonna finish on defense. So the power punch is off that double jab. We can get creative. And then again, same as round 2, defensive mindset after that. So 2 jabs to lead everything off, power shots, defense. 2 jabs to lead off, power shots, defense. I'm going to slow it down a little bit so you can just kind of see what I'm thinking about each time. So this time, double jab coming back as if someone's trying to press me up to the ropes. Rear uppercut, lead hook to the body. As I've landed that, punch might come in here, so I'm going to roll out. Okay? So let's practice that. Let's break that down a sec. Double jab going back. I'm feeling I'm getting close to the ropes. Lead uppercut, body shot, under the counter hook and out. So now we've thought about it. We know what we're going to do. Let's try and make it live and realistic. Boom, 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 boom. And then out. Didn't roll on that one, forgot the roll. Tried to go too quick. So we'll do it again, ready? Under and out. And what I'm doing after that, feet are set for the body shot. I'm going over to the power side for a split second and then dipping under. As I've gone under, then I'm just spinning that back foot to get back on balance and back to my boxing stance. Boom, 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 under, out. You can just focus on the feet for a second. Step back, hold the feet for the power shots, under, and then spin off. All right, let's do a couple more. We got last 30 seconds. Remember this round, we're just leading with a double jab, then we got the power shots, and then defense. So this time I'm gonna hold my feet and use my gloves for defense. Double jab, power shots, cover up, catch the shots, tight abs. Double jab, power shots, tight guard. Bam, 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 bam. Tight. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. All right, 3 minutes of shadow boxing done. Sweating, heart rate's up, boxing brain switched on. Let's go and do exactly the same on the heavy bag and see how we can do with the gloves on. All right, so heavy bag coming up. We're gonna do exactly the same theme, same 3 rounds on the heavy bag, so you get to see how we deliver that, but with a bit more snap and intensity. Just get the wraps rolled up. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Any questions you have on any of this stuff, leave them in the comments, I'll get right back to you. Some of you are watching and not subscribed, please subscribe because then it helps me keep this channel going and keep delivering this value. So yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Bag and Bar Gym in Pennsylvania for the t-shirt. Great gym. If you're out in Pennsylvania, go check them out. Bag and Bar, B-A-R-R-E. Great t-shirt. Great local business, great studio, great owner. Check that out. I'll put the link to them in the description as well if you want to click through to their website if you're in Pennsylvania or planning to visit Pennsylvania. Today we're at Craft Boxing Gym in Calabasas where I do all my workouts. It's owned by George Foreman III. Unbelievable fitness facility, and I just want to shout out to George and Craft for letting me shoot here and be part of the gym. All right, so we're gonna get the hands wrapped and then we're gonna be on the heavy bag. 3 rounds coming up today, so it's not a long workout. Just wanted to get a pure boxing workout in for you on this A Day in the Life series. To see the strength workouts, you can go back and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, the strength work in that, see how I try and prep my body for Mittwork and coaching. But yeah, boxing workout today, so heavy bag work coming up. So love these shorts for training. LSKD from Australia. They're just nicely fitted, but they're super light, great quality, great length, great fit. So love their shorts. For boxing workouts, I love the old school Nike Frees because they're nice and flat and they allow you to be in control of your ankles and your feet. For running, Nike Pegasus, sometimes training them too, but they're a little higher and cushiony for training. They're not the best for boxing, but yeah. And then nice big baggy t-shirt so your body can breathe. Today we're not doing the sweat jacket, so just t-shirt. And then gloves, actually my own wraps, my own gloves, and my own mitts. So mittworkshop.com for the mitts, the wraps, and hopefully the gloves will be on there soon too. So check that out. And let's box. Sweet. All right, so my heavy bag, my favorite heavy bag, I love this thing. Nice, thick, big heavy bag, you can really dig in. All right, so round 1, same as what we did on the shadow boxing, just jabs only for 2 minutes. All the way out and back, jab to the body. Thinking about defense off that jab. Every time that fist lands, just imagine something coming straight back at you. Move, get out, parry it, deflect it. All right, I want to start doubling it up. With that double jab, I love going different directions like I talked about in the ring. So circling off to the front side, circling to the power side. That's tricky because it's contralateral, right? When you go into your front side, it's all on the same side. So for me, right hand, right foot. Now I'm going to the power side, it's back foot, front hand. So it's a little trickier on the coordination, but a good one to practice. A couple of episodes ago, I mentioned about I like to try and practice things that feel awkward. That's one of them. It's never felt like that solid and easy to do. It always feels a little bit tricky, so it's a good one to throw in. Jab to the body, head and body, mixing it up. Dropping the height on that by dropping the hips. Common mistake on that jab to the body is people kind of leaning forward or not using the legs, so they'll dip the lower back like this. It's just a squat, right? Up and then boom! Nice and low in the legs right there to drop the height. So touch to the head, slam it to the body. Or you could go the other way. Touch to the body, slam to the head. Last 20 seconds, just work on a power jab for a second. So to get a bit more power in the jab, a bit more shoulder and hip. Drive it. Try not to telegraph it by moving the glove first. Just flick it out. There's round 1 done, just on the jab. 30-second rest. So now I'm starting to focus on heart rate, get it down. It's not too high, but we've got 2 more rounds now, so we can push it a little bit. Round 2, 3 punch combinations, finishing with defensive movements and footwork. And at each time I throw a combination, I want to try and be on a different part of the bag and throw a different combination. So let's try that. Mentioned in the ring about tempos with that jab cross hook. Boom, boom, boom. There's one tempo. Boom, boom, boom. There's another tempo. Boom, boom, boom. There's another tempo. So try and get creative with your tempos when you're throwing 2s and 3s. Just sticking on the jab cross hook for a second. I'm going to try and mix up those tempos to show you. Last 10 now, I'm trying to push the speed and power a bit. All right, heart rate's up. All right, last round. So, third round, double jab to start everything, power shots, whatever you want. From there, defense, footwork again. So we're leading off with the double jab, finishing on defense and footwork. In between that, power shots, try and get creative. Let's go. Breathing and relaxing while I'm moving around the bag. Hands are up. See, I'm immediately off that body shot. Instinct is to get out. 4 punches is a long time to be close to somebody if they're throwing punches back at you. Double jab, cross on the hook, those are the 4 punches. I'm in close right here. So, because I've been close for that length of time, right? What's that? It's like one or 2 seconds, but in boxing, that's a really long time. Boom, 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 boom. So, by the time you've done all that, there's probably 1 or 2 punches come back at you. So, you got to think about getting the feet back out. And away, right? And that'll just start to become instinct. The more you do it, see, I didn't even think about it until I did it, and then that's why I brought it up. Off to the side this time. This time I'm going to load a body shot and roll out to my power side. There. So you can practice going different directions. Another thing to think about, if you get predictable with defense too, smart people you're sparring with or you're fighting will figure that out. If every time I throw this, my defense is foot, they're going to catch that and come at me with the feet. Whereas if I do it and this time I roll under this way, they might not be expecting that. Or I roll out this way. So you're always mixing up your defense. I talked about that on an older video with Canelo. He's always mixing up his defense, his gloves, his head movement, his feet. So you never know how he's going to defend your attacks. So it's always good, different looks, different styles, different ways of doing things. Once you get predictable and stuck in the same patterns, that's when you get figured out. All right, last 10, let's go. All right, that'll do. 3 rounds. All right, go try that out. Get down the gym. Try out those patterns for your shadow boxing and your heavy bag. If you feel like you need more work, just double it up. Just do 6 rounds, or 9, or 12. Wherever you're at with your fitness, you can always up it or decrease it. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. Leave the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. If you want an actual workout where you can follow along with me in real time, pad work, me coaching you through it, that video's right here. So go check that out. There's a few of those on the channel too. Thanks for watching, guys, and that wraps up episode 4 of A Day in the Gym Life. I'm gonna go and recover.